frozen. So I got to go back through all that. I'll wait for you guys. Yes, Brittany, it was me, lovely. Hey, PhD. Rhonda K's back. Yeah, yay. Okay. Consider that just getting close. Okay, let me go back here. I want to shut that. Everything got crazy on this screen. Like this whole thing reset. Let me look at this. I have no idea what just took place. Like, OBS just went crazy. Let me put some things back into place for us lovelies. Sort out the technical difficulties. Everybody's got to have a little bit of that sometimes. Okay, let's shrink this little picture down. She is the most beautiful girl. And I'm just hoping for the absolute best with this young woman. Her name is Gabby Petito. Now, she left North Fort, Florida with her fiance, Brian Laundrie, Laundrie, pronounced Laundrie, okay? She's doing things like YouTube about her trip and social media, and she's doing a lot of Instagram as they travel across this, documenting the entire path, and she's geotagging all of her posts, all right? And they left out, I believe, sometime in June of this year. Now, everything seems to go good with this trip. It's looking great. And then August 12th, there's a disturbance. And they are at Moab, Utah. Now, it's a bar. It's Woody's Bar. Very famous bar, I guess. Let me grab a drink real quick. Excuse me. Okay. So they're at the Moab Bar when the police respond. Now, no one knows at this point who reported them, but it wasn't Gabby, nor was it Brian. But they are the persons of interest that the police respond to. But it's not a criminal action of any kind, and so it's just released and really nothing there, no civil charges, nothing. But somebody called the police while they're at this Moab City. Now, this is April 12th, 2021. Now, listen to this. Remember, I told you Gabby's been posting on Instagram with each new location and flawlessly, dedicatedly through several months, putting a geotag on every new location, right? After the 12th of August, doesn't happen. No more geotag. So they have no GPS through Instagram as to where she was. All right? Now, if that's not weird enough, we're going to get into what else happened in Moab on that same time at Woody's Bar. But we'll come back to that, okay? So, after this point, the dad, let me find the dad's notes here. They're traveling across the country, the fiance and her. So this is Brian and Gabby traveling across country in a 2012 Ford Transit van that's been like, you know, custom fit for living little on the road so that they can do the whole YouTube channel and everything. Well, that's been recovered. Oh, yeah. Come to find out, the boyfriend returned some 10 or 12 days ago, driving her van, but no Gabby. He returns to Florida home of his parents where him and Gabby had originally been staying before the trip. In her van. And yeah, it's her van. So, of course, she's been reported missing. The police go knock on the door, and he doesn't even come to the door. They don't even see him. Only the parents come to the door. And you know what? They lawyer up and tell the police, contact our lawyer. And basically, that's it. Right? Now, check it out. No one can report at this point of ever seeing him return. There's no documentation out on the net at this point that tell us where Brian Laundrie really is. We don't know if he's at the parents. We don't know if he went on the lam running away from the law. We don't know if he blew his head off. We have no idea. The parents are stating he lawyered up. The lawyer came out. We've got a statement from the lawyer. It basically says that they're going to, the fiance's boyfriend parents are just going to lay around in the background and let this happen. Okay? So, now check this out. Remember I told you that the last time she geotagged was August 12th, right? Well, Dad talks to her or makes contact where he's satisfied that it's her. And you'll see why I get suspicious. August 21st. Now, August 25th, Mom talks to Gabby. After that, Mom and Dad said that the posts are all done through text from then on after August 25th. And they don't sound like Gabby or anything she would write. They're really long and drawn out and not even her style. And it gets suspicious by the parents. This is why they're calling her in missing. Okay? Now, this gets crazy. Remember, back to August 12th. All right? Where were they? We know they went to Woody's Tavern. The police came because somebody called. Nobody knows who called, but the police responded to an incident with Gabby and her fiance. Not a big deal, right? Because they left, no charges were filed. However, on the 13th, on Woody's Tavern, within 24 hours, 2 female, Kylan Schulte and Crystal Beck, are found murdered after going to Woody's bar. Same bar as Gabby and Brian went. And they're campers as well, van livers. They live in the van. Now, interesting enough, they were both nude from the waist down, and one of the female's clothes was, I believe, up to her throat on the top. Now, who knows if they're connected, but Quinky Dink, it's strange. Very strange. Now, before I come over to Topside and we dig into this is just to get Gabby's face out there. You guys, I don't care what you're doing. Make sure tonight before you go to bed, support this family. Go on your Facebook, your Twitter, whatever it is. Share Gabby's picture. Even if it's not my video, just get her face out there, please. Yes, I'd love it to be my video. Doesn't mean it has to be. Just support her. Okay, so now you guys... Let me see here. There was something important. Let me see. Oh, if he showed up in Gabby's van without her, why in the world have the police not arrested him on Grand Theft Auto so that they could then use that to question him and put him under, like they did in the Stephen Avery case, where with Stephen Avery, they used a gun in his home when he was a felony to arrest him, and then they went into questioning him, and now he's sitting in prison, wrongfully convicted. But you feel me? Yes, Brittany. So, okay, let me just check my notes real quick, see if I forgot anything. Oh, back, just one brief note to the Summer Wells case. I left off the report that I promised on Summer Wells. So according to a YouTuber that was on another YouTuber's, this is all hearsay, alleged, take it with a grain of salt, but this has been, I'm just sharing, okay? She has sources on the ground. Now, I know this YouTuber is local, so this may actually be true. I don't know. Take it with a grain of salt. I'm just reporting. So she says that she has sources on the ground in Tennessee, in Hawkins County, and that the boots on the ground told her source, and her source told her, and she went live with it today on a different YouTuber, that they suspect that that Summer may have been transferred between Kingsport to Rogersville. I don't know how much weight that holds. I'm just sharing. No, I know the van wasn't reported stolen, but the owner is missing. The owner is missing. I would find a way, if I was the parents, to say that my daughter didn't drive it home. I want some charges pressed. Yeah, take it with a 5-pound bag of salt. Thank you, PhD. Brittany Gamboa says that's super sketchy. Who lawyers up then disappears after something like this if they aren't hiding something? Oh, for real. And the whole fact that after August 12th, Gabby no longer geotags. It's almost like she doesn't have her phone or something. Did he take her phone away? Was she actually held captive during that time or something, where she didn't have access to her phone? Because why wouldn't she have tagged herself somewhere? Okay, good update. Nan's Life is giving us an update. It has been said that the couple who were killed, and it's 2 females, and they were a couple, were found in a creek pond, yet vehicle was located in McDonald's parking lot where one of the victims worked. Right, Brittany. And his parents have to know where he is. I highly doubt that they don't know. Yes, Dennis. Didn't her mother speak to her 825? Correct. But now think about it. If you're a hostage, we're almost going on almost 2 weeks. You've had no contact with your family. You've had 2 weeks if you're a hostage. I'm just going hypothetical. And I wonder if at that moment she had begged enough that he was like, all right, you can talk to your mom. Don't you say nothing or blah, blah, blah will happen. And so maybe she just wanted to hear her mom's voice and was terrified that blah, blah, blah would happen. And so she just made the call. Or perhaps it was a text like PhD is saying. I'm not sure if that was a call or if that was a text on the 25th. Yeah, you're probably right, Brittany. Brittany says if she didn't report the van stolen, he could just then turn around and say, she lent me the van. Yeah, but even if they just got him, I guess I'd screw things up. I'm not a lawyer, you know. I'd get him in there and be like, all right, listen. We know this technique. It's called Reed's technique. Yeah, they use it on children. It's horrible. We're going to do that with you until you tell us where Gabby is, because you're an adult. Dennis Clifton, welcome to the channel, says, sure, I'm sure he could have coaches. Yeah, there, so much. He could be out of the damn country by now. He could be sitting there in Jamaica. He could be sitting anywhere he damn sure pleases. It's very freaky. It really bothers me that the police were called on August 12th, and then after that there's no more geotags. There's a sense of control over her posting at that point to me, because she's flawlessly faithful about putting this geotag everywhere they go. They're actually updating their media consistently to that point. And it just trails off after that. Now, they did have an itinerary. That's for sure. So when was she officially reported missing? Well, let's just do this. I'm going to go ahead, put it on display capture. I'm not guaranteeing this is going to work, but we're going to go back over to the new details released. And I'll check and see if you guys can see this. We'll give it a minute because, we've got the 1902 computer here. Okay, so first of all, it came up, so we're going to use it. This is the picture. Let me make sure you guys are seeing it. Yeah. This is the new details released in murder of the couple near Moab. Okay, so that's that couple. Now, let's go over to Gabby's case, because it could be completely coincidental, which I don't believe in. Or, there could be a connection. I'm sure we're going to learn a lot more about this case. So, this is Gabby. Let me get it straight for you. Now, this is kget.com. I believe this is national news, yeah. Okay, Gabby Petito case. What we know about the 22-year-old's disappearance. So we're going to read it right from here. Let me get up here. So, next star, an urgent search is on across multiple states to find Gabby Petito, a 22-year-old who went missing while on a cross-country road trip with a boyfriend. The boyfriend, Brian Laundrie, has been named as a person of interest in the investigation, but has not been arrested or charged. Here's what we know about Petito's disappearance and the search for her so far. What we do know about the road trip. According to police, Petito and Laundrie started their cross-country road trip in July in Long Island, New York. A video posted to YouTube shows highlights from the couple's travels. They can be seen posing for photos along the California coast, driving their van through salt flats in Utah, and visiting national parks along the way. Excuse me. After our first cross-country trip in a little Nissan Sentra, we both decided we wanted downsize our lives and travel full-time, the YouTuber caption reads. The Nissan was a bit small for full-time travel, the caption explains, so the couple outfitted a 2012 Ford Transit Connect to help them continue traveling and living nomadically. There's the van she drove right there. Whoops. The video appears to include clips from both road trips. The West Coast videos are likely from the couple's first road trip earlier this year, also documented on Instagram, while the clips in and around Utah appear to be from the summer 2021 trip in the van. When and where was Gabby Petito last seen? Petito's family said that the last time they heard from her was the last week of August. They said she was visiting Grand Teton National Park in Wyoming. Her last Instagram post was on August 25th. It wasn't unusual for her to be off the grid or away from her phone reception for a few days, but when they still hadn't heard from her by September, the family contacted the police. They reported her missing on September 11. What happened in Utah? On Wednesday, NetStar affiliate KTVX-TV obtained a copy of a police report filed on August 12th in Moab, Utah. Moab is near the entrances of Arches and Canyonlands National Parks, so is popular with travelers visiting the parks. According to the police reports, officers were called to the scene of a grocery store in town because of a domestic dispute where a male had been observed to have assaulted the female. The couple, Laundrie and Petito, reportedly left the grocery store in their van and headed to Arches National Park. Officers caught up with their van near the entrance. While the officers were following the van, let me move it up here, they say it was going 45 miles an hour in a 15-mile-per-hour zone and was swerving in and out of a lane. Then the van hit a curb and the driver pulled over. Officers say when they stopped the van, they found Petito crying uncontrollably. Through tears, officers said Petito explained the couple had been having, quote, a little arguments all day, and she was struggling with her mental health. Laundrie reportedly told the police they've been traveling together for months, which was causing tension in the relationship. Petito explained the erratic driving was because she had seen officers behind them. so she hit Laundrie's arm and caused him to swerve and hit the curb. The couple eventually told officers they both didn't want to press charges. Moab police determined that the incident was not a domestic assault. Police said the couple decided to stay apart from the night. Petito reportedly kept the van and Laundrie found lodging elsewhere. Where is Brian Laundrie's Petito's boyfriend? Laundrie is back home with his parents in Northport, Florida. Hold on, pause the phone. We don't know that. Nobody has been able to verify, including media paparazzi, that they have witnessed him at all. Okay, so I'm just going to say that is not good reporting. Laundrie is not necessarily back home. Just because that van's in that driveway does not mean that he is there. So, just clearing the record. Though the couple started their road trip in New York, their families both live in Florida. The couple's van was also found at the parents' house. Police had it towed from the house to be processed as evidence, and it was towed at night at about 11 p.m. Laundrie has been named as a person of interest, but as of Wednesday, was not named as a suspect and had not been arrested or charged with any crime. That's been changed. He is now named, oh, that's true. He has been named as a person of interest. There we go. What are Petito and Laundrie's families saying? Get ready for this, you guys. This is crazy. So, Petito's family is asking for public help to find their daughter and claims Laundrie is not cooperating with the investigation. Quote, the Schmidt and Petito family are going through the worst nightmares, the worst moments of their lives. The family of Petito's mother and father said in a statement Tuesday, their beautiful 22-year-old daughter is missing, and the one person that can help find Gabby refuses to help. In the statement, Petito's parents said Laundrie won't speak about where he last saw her and is refusing to explain why he left Gabby all alone and drove her van to Florida. An attorney for the Laundrie's family also released a statement Tuesday saying the family would be, quote, remaining in the background at this juncture and will have no further comment. Quote, it is our hope that the search for Miss Petito is successful and that Miss Petito is reunited with her family. The statement from his family. Who is running the investigation? The investigation involves multiple local police agencies, the National Park Service, and the FBI. All information, I know this for a fact, is to be streamlined to 1-800-CALL-FBI, okay? So, that is the report that is on the news. Let me go back over here, and then we'll get that warmed up. I just want to make sure what you guys are seeing. Okay, let me take off the desk cap. Off. It won't. It don't want to leave. There it goes. Okay, I'm coming back over. Oh, do we have trolls? Go Troll Channel, Nomadic Life of Road Trips. Oh, gotcha. Yes. Her channel is Nomadic Life of Road Trips. Thank you, Carlos. Thank you so much for the help. Let's see where you guys are. I'm going to try to go backwards and then I'll catch up later. Yeah, PhD, interesting is said lightly when we look at the situation. I don't know. What are you guys up to? Do you want to read about the couple? I don't know if they're the murdered couple. I don't know if they're affiliated with this or not. I don't know. It just seems so strange. So Brittany says, one thing sticks out in my mind from the Ellie reports from the night that they encountered Gabby and Brian, and that is the fact that Ellie said the incident was a mental health crisis. Right then, I feel like the police hearing mental health crisis, if that's literally in the report, which we're going to go click in a minute, why would that not have been taken serious? Mental health crisis. Lord, the word crisis is right in there, right, Brett? Nan's Life says, I sadly suspect the same PH. However, they also crossed Gabby's path in the time of her death. You have to wonder, could they have seen what happened. Could they have been the ones that reported something? I don't know. PhD says, sadly, I suspect the couple were killed because they were a couple. Police reports, this is Nan's Life says, police report says he went to a motel for a night and Gabby had the van. Also, Ellie report mentions both had a cell phone. No, they weren't married. So that's weird too. So they start the trip off and that's the fiance. And then something goes along the line and all of a sudden the family starts reporting him as a boyfriend instead. So Nan's Life says, weird to me was reports said they both suffered mental health issues and the assistance to them is give him a room and she's all alone in her van. Now think about it, you guys. This is the 12th. If she's really all alone in the van, could he have left that motel and went and kidnapped her? I mean, one time something happened with my insurance and this is 20 years ago. Anyway, I got pulled over and I was told to park the car and not to drive it. We faked it like we weren't going to drive it. We called our parents, had them on the way, everything right in front of the police. The police walked away. We were like, oh, well, jump in the car. We got to get home and get that insurance fixed. All right. So, the police would have went off saying, yeah, well, they both went their separate way from the vehicle, but we really didn't. So until we hear more reports, I find that suspicious on even the 12th because her geotag's up. Yes, Dennis. On 9/11, the date. So Brittany says, I'm sorry, but if my significant other, let me scroll this down a little bit. So Brittany says, I'm sorry, but if my significant other is all of a sudden, quote, missing, and I don't have anything to do with it, you better believe I'm going to be personally talking to everyone to try and find them. Dennis Clifton says, Gabby stated she had been struggling with her mental health. Any chances she checked into a facility and Brian is protecting her right to privacy? From her parents, maybe? Maybe. Who knows? We don't know these parents. But why wouldn't he contact her family so that they don't? I don't know. That's a good question. Could it possibly be she needed a break from everything? I think with this kind of worldwide search going on, somebody would have tipped the cops off a little bit. I mean, yes, you're having a mental crisis, but when the whole world is focusing on where are you, I believe somebody would have tipped everybody off. Like the cops would have been called by the facility, maybe. Well, they wouldn't be able to. Who knows? Never thought of that way. I'm concerned because the 12th was when all this crap happens. Then the 13th, the other couple, the female couple, is found dead. That's disturbing. And now Gabby's missing. We haven't seen Brian yet. No paparazzi has seen him come or go from the home or anything. Now the family has moved back and forth. There's been movement like to the store and back and stuff, but they have not seen Brian come out of that house, nor did they see Brian go in that house. Exactly. We respect all opinions here, any ideas. And that's sometimes the weirdest idea can hit on something that is a fresh idea and it matters. So we appreciate the updates. Well, guys, I'm not going to stay on here forever. I just wanted to get this out there for you guys. We're going to be looking at this case a lot deeper, and we'll keep updated on it. This is now Gabby Petito here. She's 22 years old. She could be anywhere in the United States. She does have some tattoos on her fingers, as well as she has Let It Be tattooed on the inside, or no, the outside of her arm as well. So as we go forward, we'll be sharing lots of pictures. I just wanted to let you guys all know what's going on there. With what we do know, that's all we know at this point. Beautiful girl. And I just want I want the universe to have Gabby in her pocket and get her home safe to her family. And hopefully this gets resolved, and we're all like, weird, that was a weird one. But hopefully it gets resolved with good, safe results. PhD says, I'm having any lightning strikes to my brain tonight. Nothing yet. Well, and this is a fresh case. But I want to get started on it right away. You almost got that, Brittany? You know what's weird is I was like, I wonder if there's any songs out there for hope. For feeling hope. Because I wanted to feel hopeful. So I went in and I typed, I hope. And it came up, the Gabby song. That's the artist, the singer, is Gabby. And it was about, well, you know the song. It's about how somebody did you wrong. Yeah. I thought that was weird, but I didn't share it. Anyway, that's what we have. And as things come up, I will make sure and update everybody. All right. Well, I love you so much, and peace be with you. Let's say a little prayer here for little Summer Wells. I ask everybody to put their hope and their good feels into bringing Summer home. At least if this child has passed over, that she's brought home and can be laid to rest in a respectful way. And if she is alive, give her strength and the universal protection that she is found safe and sound. And I thank you all so much. I also pray the same for Michael Vaughn. All these little people, it's heartbreaking. I love you guys. I love ya to the moon and back. Take care now. Thank you so much. And thank you for subscribing. We're just about to hit 5,000. All right. Love you guys. Good night.